What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing your guys' teams. So the way that you can send your teams is there's a link in my YouTube and I think in my Twitch. I'm not sure. I have to double check. But if you go to the link on the YouTube, you can send your team through there and you will have a chance of me reviewing it. So that's pretty much the premise of this. I'm just going to be reviewing teams, giving my thoughts and opinions. So if you want to see your team featured, just send it into this Discord, and you might get it reviewed. And if you do send it in and you don't get it reviewed immediately, just wait, because we might have a lot of teams to do. So stay patient. So let's just get into it. So our first team of the day is coming in from Get Lurked 420, and this is a solid looking team. It's decent. I'm assuming, yeah, he's using the Buxton boost, which, you know, pretty good boost, to be completely honest. So Tamar at shortstop feels a little weird, but I guess I can respect that. I don't know how his fielding would look there, but it's a solid looking fielding team. Let's see, what does the lineup look like? He's got 4 straight lefties, 3 straight righties, a lefty and a righty. I don't know if there's a method to that or something. I do like the Jim Tomey though. I haven't seen that card yet, so that is something that I haven't seen yet, which looks like a decent card. But the thing I would recommend is if you like mix up your lefties and righties instead of just having straight lefties and then straight righties. That's the one thing I would change. I would probably, like, I don't know, maybe Buxton at the 1. Because you got 5 lefties, 4 righties. Now I would go James Wood 1. Probably someone like Buxton or Riley in the 2 spot. Then Jim Tomey in the 3. I'd probably go Stanton 4. 5 spot, probably Colt Keith. And then just kind of fill out the rest through there. And on the bench you got Manzardo, Luis Robert, Ryan Howard, Austin Hayes. I mean, it's a solid looking team. I would just mix up that lineup a little bit because you bring in a lefty and you're kind of in trouble for the first 4 batters. So that's the thing I'd recommend. Let's look at this rotation. Let's see how this thing looks. Okay, so he's got an interesting rotation. Got Crochet. Crochet looks like a decent card. I think he only has 4 pitches though, which makes him kind of iffy. But John Smoltz, decent card, reviewed him. Jared Jones he's an okay card. I mean, for a Tops Now card, it's not the best, not the worst, but Jacob's underrated beast. Then he's got, who is that? Jose Mendez, one of the newest storylines. I think that card has, I'm pretty sure that's the one that has the nice release on him, so that's not a terrible looking rotation, but it's not the best. I would recommend upgrading that a little bit as the new team affinities come out, but not bad. Let's check out the pen. Ooh. It's an okay looking bullpen. A lot of silvers. There's a lot of good free bullpen pieces right now that I would recommend going and getting. But if you're good with good with these guys, then keep them. Honestly, it really just depends on what you like to use, who has good releases, good mixes for you. So I know Mets. Who's that? Matsui. Matsui's pretty good. I use him in BR. But I would just recommend upgrading that bullpen a little bit. Like I said, a lot of great pieces that you can add to your pen. So I'm going to give this team a solid 6.5 out of 10. It's a good starting team, but you have a lot of room for improvement, and I think that you can upgrade your team throughout the year. So not a bad start. Not a bad start. Our next team coming in from Rexy. Let's take a look at this squad right here. Okay, I think he's also using that Buxton boost, so pretty solid. He's got Yelich in left field. I like Yelich. Mondesi, of course. Willie Castro. I know Willie Castro is a beast with the Buxton boost because he has high contact, low power, so that little extra power makes him insane. Dylan Cruz, obviously one of my favorite cards in the game. Heimer, same thing. All of these guys look like they're parallel, like good parallel levels, so definitely a good start here for the team. Let's see what the lineup looks like. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking lineup. I do like the mixing right there. That's a pretty solid looking lineup, I won't lie. He's got Stanton all the way down in the 6 hole though. I don't know how I feel about that. All around, it's a solid looking lineup though. Does Heimer not get the boost? I don't. He might not. That's a solid lineup though. Yeah, that's a good lineup. Pretty good lineup. See what the rotation looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is a good rotation right here. Is he using the Syndergaard boost? I don't know. I haven't seen many Mets players. Are they in his bench? Dansby tomorrow. Yeah, no, I haven't seen many. But okay. Crochet, decent card. I'm gonna do a player review on him soon. Jacob, obviously, like I said, very underrated, very solid card. Chris Sale, decent card. Syndergaard, the one time I did face him, was absolutely filthy, so I do like that. And then Sandy, like I said, Sandy's iffy in my opinion, but if you're good with Sandy, you're good with him. Like, just use who you're good with, like I always say. Then let's see. Who's that in the pen? He's got Taylor Rogers. I haven't seen that card. That's probably a good looking card right there. And he's got Aaron Bummer, Billy Wagner, John Franco. Decent. Who's that righty? Oh, Adam Ottavino. Well, I didn't know he had a card. That's a nice looking card. Leclerc, Clase, Iglesias. Very solid looking bullpen. I like that he has 4 lefties and 4 righties. Very solid pen. Decent rotation. Good lineup. I'm going to give this team a solid 8 out of 10. Very good looking team. Very good looking team. Let's see. Our next team we got from Mikey. Let's see. Okay, that's a good looking team. I'm assuming Buxton boost is being used. That's what it looks like, at least, because the captain card is shining. So that's what I'm guessing at the very least. He's got Dylan Cruz. Like I said, Dylan Cruz. Everyone should have him. He's a great card. So that's a good looking team right there. Let's see. What does he got? Lineup wise. Oh, I do. Yeah, he said he struggles with, what is it? He struggles with lefties. Yeah. The one thing I would recommend, I don't know if it's because you're not like necessarily as good with lefties or if it's just because you like righties, but I would recommend adding lefties to your team, even if it's just like here and there, like a couple of them, because going with all righties, you're gonna get. I mean, like I said, to each their own, but I feel like it's definitely a lot tougher if you're going with just straight righties. So I would definitely recommend getting, like, even on the bench you got some good lefties, so I'd recommend just incrementing some lefties until you get better with them, if that's what the problem is. But like I said, if this is what works for you, this is what works for you, you know? Everyone's got a different style. Then rotation, yeah, that's a very solid looking rotation. Randy Johnson, of course, good. Zach Greinke, great. Chris Sale, like I said, decent. AJ Burnett, not the biggest fan. He's here and there. He's iffy, in my opinion. John Smoltz, solid. Good. That's a good looking rotation. Good looking rotation. And that's a great bullpen right there. Who is that? He's got Iglesias, Leclerc, Munoz, then Bummer, Wagner. Okay, who's that right? That's for Anthony Dominguez? Yeah, Dominguez, Baraki, and Clase. That's a good looking relief, or bullpen, I mean. 4 righties, 4 lefties, great mix, right? Or no, 5 righties, 3 lefties. Still a good enough mix. I think it'll help you out long term. Very good looking bullpen. I want to see how that Baraki is. I'm pretty sure he has a weird looking release, but I'm gonna give this team a solid 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, I'd increment more lefties. Like an all righty team, just I don't know if it's gonna get the job done all the time. You know what I mean? So let's see. Yeah, that's it. All right, our next team coming in here, we got Jay. See what we're looking at. Ken Griffey. Ooh, Judge in left field. Yeah, that's a great looking team. I will not lie, that is a great looking team. McCutcheon right field, that's a good card. Colson, obviously great card. Jordan when he was supercharged, disgusting. Matt Olson, yeah, it's a good looking team. I like that. Heimer, great looking team. Got a good mix. I'd recommend switching Olson and probably like Olson and Judge. I'd work those lefties and righties out a little better. Like maybe slide Judge to the 5. Olson to the 6, Michael Young to the 7. That's just me. I like to have that switch so that you can't get 2 in a row, if that makes sense. So all around though, that's a very solid looking lineup. I do like the way it's structured. Ken Griffey looks gross, so definitely a good pick right there. That's a good team. It's a good looking lineup. Let's see the rotation. Oh, that's a good looking rotation right there. He's got Randy. He's got Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver's decent. Not the best pitcher in the game, not the worst. He'll get a job done for you time and time again. John Smoltz, like I said, very solid card that you can get for free from the Egg Hunt. Satchel Paige, gross. Absolutely disgusting. Jack Flaherty's a decent card. He's hit or miss for me, but he's a decent card. I'll give him that. Bullpen. Oh, yeah, that's a good pen. Got Bautista, Clase. Who is that? Foley. Balmer. Yep. Leclerc. Similar arms that we see with a lot of these good bullpens. But what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 5-3 split for righties, lefties. Good looking bullpen. I give this team a solid 8.5 out of 10. I like some of the players that he has here. So let's move on to the next one. We got Will using the Buxton boost. I feel like most people do. Okay, Tyler O'Neill. I like that. Joey Gallo. Who's that at first base? Is that Encarnacion? I believe that's Encarnacion at first base. Tamar at second. Obviously Mondesi, or Mondesi, however you say it. I apologize. Dylan Cruz, of course, staple of any good lineup. I like that a lot of people use Gary Sanchez. That card is broken. He's so good. Let's see what this lineup looks like. Very solid looking lineup. Willie Castro in 3-hole. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, with that Buxton boost, he's probably got decent power. That's a good looking lineup. Very good looking lineup. Yeah. And then he's got Stanton on the bench, of course. Candelario, Yelich, Manzardo. That's a good looking team. I like that lineup a lot. Mondesi it looks like a great leadoff hitter. And then the rotation. He's got Randy, Jacob, like I said. Jacob's a great free card. Sandy, like I said, iffy. Depends on how you use him. I guess some people are good with him. I'm not. I don't like him. Corbin Burns. The live series is pretty good. I'll give him that. I would recommend upgrading to the diamond version because he's disgusting. Faced him in co-op and he just, I mean, he was decent, but the guys who were using him weren't very good. And then Jack again, Captain Jack. Great card. Yeah, decent card. Good. That's a good rotation though. I like that. I do like that. Let's see this pen. So very similar arms. He's got the Captain Bautista though, which I do like. Richard Blyer, I don't know. I face him in BR. He's not very good. But yeah, this is a very solid looking bullpen. Nothing too crazy, but at this stage in the game, there aren't very many like crazy relief pitchers. So I'm gonna give this team a solid. Let's see what the lineup look like. I'll give this team another solid 8.5 out of 10. So it's a very good team. Very good team. Up next, we got Poland. Actually, I believe this is the guy who suggested this idea. So shout out to him. So shout out to this guy. Oh, parallel 5 Dylan Cruz. Oh, and James Wood. This guy watches the player reviews. He knows about the James Wood secret sauce. Jet Williams. Never used him before. Mickey. I want to use Mickey, but stubs are a little tight right now. Gary Sanchez, of course, everyone's catcher. Except I'm surprised I haven't seen Yasmani yet, to be honest. That's a great. Oh, hold on. Where's the lineup? Oh, here's the lineup. Oh yeah, James Wood in the 1? Okay. Dylan Cruz, like, look at that, 95, 97. Manzardo's disgusting, 94. Gary Sanchez, yeah. That's a great looking lineup. Not much I would change. Honestly, not much I would change about this lineup. It's a very good looking team. Even his bench, he's got Napoli, Stanton, Mondesi, Willie Castro. Yeah, that's a great looking team right there. Let's see the rotation here. Randy Johnson. I'm assuming he's going to be most people's aces, if we're going to be completely honest with each other here. Free card if you finish the ranked program or hit World Series. So Donaldson, great card again this year. Greinke, great. Brandon Webb, hit or miss. In my opinion, very hit or miss. But I've been told that on higher difficulties he's disgusting. So I'll take your word for it. Jack Flaherty, of course. I'm seeing a lot more Jack Flaherty than I thought I would today. But I'm not mad about that. Then the bullpen. It's your average bullpen. He's got Gagne. Abreu, I don't like Abreu very much, to be completely honest. I don't like that he only has the fastball slurve slider. It's not a very good mix to me. Gagne's decent. I sold him. So, like I said, but all these other guys, I'm pretty sure I've reviewed pretty much every single one. I've actually reviewed every single one of these relievers. So, very solid bullpen. I'm gonna give this guy a solid 9 out of 10. He uses James Wood. If you watch the reviews, you know about the James Wood secret sauce. You know that he's disgusting. So that's why he gets a 9 out of 10. Plus, this is the guy who came up with the idea. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. Now we got Stilo. Stilo's coming in with our next team here. Bucks and Boost as always. Griffey, Polanco. First time seeing Polanco. And our first time seeing anyone other than Gary at catcher. I do like that, where you got a little variety here. Dylan Cruz, of course. Watch the reviews. Dylan Cruz is a beast. Go get him. He's free. That's a pretty solid looking field though. Let's see the lineup here. Mickey in the one spot. I do like Mickey in the one spot. Nice little switch hitter. Decent all around stats. Decent speed. Good contact. Good clutch. I like him as a leadoff hitter. Then he's got Big Mickey in there, and then Big Ken Griffey. My apologies. He's got good mix. Got a good lefty righty switch mix. He's got 3 switches at the end, which is absurd. That's a great looking team. Great looking lineup. I don't think there's much I would change about this team. I like what I see here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I've seen a lot of people use Mondesi in the one, but like I said, Mickey Mantle looks like a great one hitter. But I don't think he qualifies for the Buxton Boost. So let's see what the rotation looks like. Of course, Randy, Greinke, Jacob, same guys you're gonna see in most people's rotations. Sandy, like I said, hit or miss. I didn't like him when I used him, but and then he's got the GOAT, the glitchiest man in the game himself, Matt Waldron. Got him only parallel 1. That's a little surprising. Got to get that number up. Definitely a good looking rotation though. He's got the cheeser. First time we've seen. I'm surprised we haven't seen him more. Let's see. Oh, he's got Dennis Eckersley. I haven't seen Dennis Eckersley today. The only problem with your pen that I see is that you only have 1 lefty. I don't know how I feel about that, especially on a regular team. I would recommend maybe switching out Abreu and Devin Williams for lefties, because I know Abreu's diamond card isn't great in my opinion. He's not very good, so I'd get someone like Wagner, maybe John Franco. But if you don't have him, then there's other lefties. I know. I just can't think of any off the top of my head. But I'd recommend more lefties for the pen. Otherwise, this is a great looking team. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. The only thing that makes it a little is that bullpen. You know what I mean? You get that bullpen up, this is a great team. All right, we got Dogs for Life 6316 coming in with our next team. Let's see what we're working with here. He's got some different cards. He's got Chase Utley at second. I didn't know that was a card. I guess that's in the pack with Beltre. He's got Gibson and he's got Hank, Henry, Aaron. Got Lord Edgar at Yale. He was great last year, so I don't know if I'm going to try that card out, though. Like I said, stubs are tight, you know what I mean? Let's see. Who else do we got? What do we got for a lineup here? This is a great looking lineup. Is he using... No, he's not using any boosts, I don't think. That's a solid looking team, though. God, Gibson... I don't know how I feel about Gibson in the 9-hole, though. He has the crazy bat sounds. The only thing I don't like about his card is because you can hit a pop up to the second baseman and it sounds like you hit the ball 750 feet. But I do like this team. It's a good looking lineup. I like the way that you mix around your lefties, your righties, your switch hitters. I do like that. Definitely solid lineup here. Let's take a look at this rotation. I'm assuming I'm going to see some big hitters. Oh, we got a bench here. Mookie, of course. Jason Bay. I don't know how I feel about Jason Bay. I pulled him twice. It was the saddest time of my life. I thought I pulled like Otani or something, and it's just 6,000 sub Jason Bay, but gotta get trolled from time to time, you know? Gotta get trolled. He's got Crochet. Haven't seen him in a few teams. He's got Greg Maddux. Dude, Greg Maddux is one of the best pitchers in the game, in my opinion. If you wanna see me use him, I did use him in I think it was my first video of this game. It's like I think it's titled "Using the Best Pitcher in the Game." Greg Maddux threw a gem and a half. I love this card. He doesn't throw hard, but he hits spots like none other. So I do enjoy his card. And then he's got AJ Burnett, of course. That's like I said, I don't like his mix, but some people do. Strider, he's the last person I need to get Pedro. So the fact that you have him is kind of, but I do like Strider. He's a decent card. Let's see what this bullpen looks like. Okay. Seeing some different arms. He's got Matzik. That does look like a good card. Felix Bautista, just your regular suspects. This is a great pen. He's got 4 lefties, 4 righties, which I like. I like that balance. Overall, I think I'm gonna give this team. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good team. I'm gonna give this team a solid 8.5 out of 10. We're seeing some great teams here. Some great teams. Up next, we got Mayo. Okay. Soriano, first time seeing him. Corey Seager, Acuna. I like what I'm seeing here. Mitch Haniger. If you guys don't know, he has a great swing. If you're in need of a righty bat, I would recommend trying him out. I haven't done a review on him because I haven't needed to, so this is my shout out to him. I always like his cards, so go give him a try. I do like the differences that I'm seeing here. He's got that Seager, he's got Soriano, Gibson at first. Okay, Acuna, very good looking team right here. I would throw Acuna in right field though. Personally, I would throw Acuna in right. He's a little quicker than Yelich. He's got a better arm. That's just me. Personally, that's just me. Acuna in the 1 spot. Is he using a boost of any kind? I don't believe so. I don't believe he's using a boost. It's a good-looking team. Having 4 80s in a row, though, is a little suspect in my opinion. I would mix this up better in your middle. I would spread that out a little bit. Or get another lefty. Because like I said, having 4 righties in a row, you bring in 1 righty, and you're righty ready for 4 straight batters. So I would change that up a little bit. Otherwise, it's not a bad looking lineup. So let's see what the next. Let's see what the bench. Mondesi, yeah, it's a normal looking bench. Charlie Blackmon, haven't seen him yet today. Same with Abreu, both very solid cards. Let's see what this rotation looks like. There we go. I'm seeing that Diamond Corbin Burns for the first time. He is gross. Of course, Randy. Everyone's got Randy, except for my editor, who's a dumb ass and picked Ernie Banks. Everyone comment L editor down in the chat. Donaldson, of course, great. Satchel Paige, great. Jack Flaherty, decent, like I said. Bullpen, got Evan Phillips. I cannot tell. Is that Dominic Leone? I didn't even know he had a card. Did not know he had a card. It's a decent looking pen. I would have upgraded those last 2 guys a little bit. Other than that, that's a very solid looking team. I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. Like I said, that lineup needs a little bit of work. Like I said, four in a row doesn't feel good to me, and a little bit of upgrades in the pen. Other than that, it's a very solid looking team. I won't lie. Very solid. All right. Our next team coming in from Wes. Let's see. Okay. Of course, Dylan Cruz, like I said, go get him. Correa, first time I'm seeing Correa. I did a player review on him. He's got a solid swing. Got a very solid swing. Grandal, yep, that's a good looking team. Good looking team. Great mix. I would probably switch McCovey and Correa personally. Like I said, I like having that mix. But other than that, it's a great looking lineup. Maybe McCutchen higher. Nah, McCutchen's fine. I would honestly, yeah, I'd probably switch McCutchen and Stanton too, maybe. And then Yasmani and the 7 spot. But other than that, it's a very good looking lineup. I do like it. Let's see. Bench. Manzardo, Palmeiro, Abreu, and yeah. I would recommend putting a catcher on the bench. That's the one thing I always do. I always make sure to have a backup catcher of some sort. Because personally, you get in a situation where you need to pull your catcher and you don't have a backup one, you're stuck. So I always recommend putting a catcher on the bench too. But not a bad bench. Okay, we got some different players here. We got Randy Johnson, Tank Hentz. I don't think I've faced that card yet. He looks decent. Then we got Donaldson, of course. Zach Greinke, Flaherty. I'm seeing a lot more Flaherty than I thought I would today. I'm surprised. I'm thoroughly surprised. And then just your standard run-of-the-mill bullpen. Very solid. He's got 3 lefties, 5 righties. I'm seeing a lot of that. This is a solid team. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a solid. I'll give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Could use a little bit of work, but a very, very solid team. And I think that's the last team. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna on the screen you'll see my editor. He's gonna put my top 3 teams because I don't remember who I ranked what. So he's gonna put that on the screen right about now. So you'll be seeing it. He's gonna put 1, 2, and 3 along with their ratings. So you'll see that. And like I said, if you guys want to see your team being reviewed, just click the link in the bio on the YouTube. If you're coming from TikTok, just go over to the YouTube. It's probably the easiest way. And like I said, if you don't see your team today, I got through all the teams because there aren't many. We're just starting this. So if you want to see your team, send it in here. If you don't see your team, do not worry. It will get out eventually. But that's going to be it. That's all the teams I have for you guys today. So thank you guys for watching. If you could leave a like and subscribe, that would be awesome. If not, no big deal. Stay tuned for more, and peace.